WIFO-FM in Jessup, Big Dog Country Radio, 105.5 FM. It is now time for the world-famous Butch and Bob Show, brought to you by First Southern Bank, Van's Barbecue, Murphy Builder Supply, and O'Quinn & Associates.
Hi, I'm Mandy Yeomans.
And I'm Raymond Brown with First Southern Bank. As your locally owned community bank, we're here to help our community grow. Our customers are why we are here. You can tell we want your business.
We offer all types of deposit products, personal and business. We have fast, efficient service, and yes, we have online banking too. I'm sure we have an account to fit your needs. Stop by or call us at 912-588-1010 and see how First Southern Bank can help you.
We're FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
When it comes to barbecue, Van's Barbecue in Jessup is the place to be. A small family-owned business located at 1876 on the Savannah Highway. Van's Barbecue has lunch and dinner specials. Stop by or call to make an order. The number to call, 427-3358. Van's Barbecue's new manager is Sarah Van. Van's Barbecue offers potato salad, coleslaw, baked beans, and don't forget their delicious mac and cheese. Also, check out their shrimp plates, the best in town. Yes, when it comes to barbecue, head to Van's Barbecue, locally owned and operated. Stop by and tell them the Big Dog sent you. Once again, the number to order, 427-3358.
Since 1946, Murphy's Builder Supply has been serving the folks of Jessup, Wayne, and surrounding counties with quality products and knowledgeable service. Matter of fact, they feel they sell service first to make sure you get exactly what you need for your home improvement projects. And with each employee at Murphy's being there for 10 years or more, you know you're talking with someone with the experience to help you with building supplies, tools, paint, and all the things you need from a full-service hardware store. The best choice in home improvement is Murphy's Builder Supply, 156 Northeast Broad Street, Jessup.
Are you looking for an insurance company that you can call and talk to a live person? Are you looking for an insurance company where you can walk in and talk to an agent? Are you looking for an insurance company that offers multiple companies so they can try and get you the best rate? If you said yes to any of these, then you need to call or come by O'Quinn & Associates Insurance Financial Services. We offer multiple companies so we can find the best fit for you. Give us a call at 385-1000 or stop by our office at 212 South Fair Street right here in Jessup.
The following is an exclusive presentation of Jessup Broadcasting, the sports leader in Southeast Georgia.
World famous. The world famous Butch and Bob Show.
World-famous Butch and Bob Show, right here on WIFO, 105.5 FM, Big Dog Country Radio. And good morning, Bob. How's it going?
It's going well.
You sitting there talking with Callie. Very busy weekend. And just tell us who we have our guests, and y'all can talk about what all y'all been talking about, because y'all been talking about a bunch of fun stuff that happened this weekend. Let me tell you.
Well, Callie McGregor, she had the foresight to put this event on. It was a seniors prom. It was a great event. Had a chance to go by Saturday under the chandelier. It was a packed house. And
when we say seniors, we're talking about people 65 and above.
65 and up.
Okay.
Yeah, good morning.
Ahead,
but they were all there. They all had it. All I saw was a lot of smiles on a lot of people's faces.
It was so much fun, wasn't it?
Time. It was, like I said, a lot of people showed up that didn't even, they just came.
We had a packed house. We had about 40 extra people show up. But the more the merrier when they show up in their gorgeous prom dresses and their suits. We had a blast. I was just amazed at how many people showed up. All the smiles. People got up and danced. So we wanted to thank you all, Wayne County, for such a magical night.
No joints pushed out of place.
No. Well, except for mine. But no, we did good.
All right, well, good. I didn't feel like medics on call there.
Yeah, well, we had all of our hospice nurses there, and just in case, and we had the at-home team, and Harborview brought their whole crew with 3 buses. That was so much fun, and we have such a great turnout, and such a good buzz.
Annual, and it's so
good.
Yeah,
we already have people calling me that want to be a part of it next year, so this will happen again next year at Under the Chandelier. I can't rave about Elaine. Like her and her team did such a fantastic job.
Elaine.
At Under the Chandelier.
I know, but mention her last name so people know who it is.
Oh, McCrary?
McCrary.
Yeah, so
Elaine
she
McCrary.
is so amazing. So, I just wanted to say, come on the radio, talk to Bob, and we wanted to come out here and give a shout-out to everybody for Saturday night. Such an amazing event, and we crowned the king and queen of the prom.
Now, how did they win the crown?
So those that RSVP'd, we spoke with their family member or them, or, if they're from Harborview, we asked to send in the eldest female and male. So the queen was Miriam Butterfield, and the king was Mr. Ward Riggins.
Okay, now that was done on age, is that right?
It is.
And
it is.
How did you know?
90. Mr. Ward is 97, and Miriam Butterfield is 95.
Okay.
Yeah, so we were really, really excited to have them get crowned. I know Mr. Ward and Miss Miriam, well, they were so excited.
I bet.
They got to sit in their chair, and we crowned them and took photos. So be sure to check out Press Sentinel and the Hospice Facebook and At Home Senior Living Facebook. We're going to post all those photos once we get them in. And if you are interested in being part of this magical night next year, you can give me a shout. Call me at Hospice is 912-588-0080. And we also have our Market to Midnight coming up. So if you want to be a part of that.
Was this a fundraiser for y'all?
This was not. This was going to be our first year, because when I started out organizing this event, I was at Home Senior Living.
Right.
And we were just going to do this event for the senior residents at Home Senior Living in 2021, but we had COVID hit. So we canceled the prom, and some of the residents were kind of sad because, they went ahead and got their dresses. So then I spoke to Melissa Miller, who used to work with me at Home Senior Living, and we decided, well, what if we got together and did it for all the seniors of Wayne County and just did a big old hoopla.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and it turned out great for being the first year.
So it was just a fun event for the seniors, not a fundraiser, just a fun event. Okay.
Yeah,
right,
so next year will be a fundraiser, but we're really excited. We already got the theme for that. It's going to be Enchantment Under the Sea.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Back to the Future.
Yeah, so if you want to help with this, give me a shout. And also, we've got Market to Midnight coming up in November 5th. That's going to be a fun night, starting at 6 p.m. at the Farmers Market.
Now, what is Market to Midnight that y'all got coming up in November?
So we've got a live band. The company band's going to come out and play. We're going to have a silent auction. We're going to have a food truck court. We're going to have beer and wine and a lot of fun. We're going to dance the night away, raise some money, and all the money from this night will go back into Hospice of South Georgia.
Okay.
So if you'd like to...
Market to Midnight on November
5th. From 6 p.m. to midnight. So it's going to be a long night, Mr. Butch.
Okay. And so what all will happen that evening? If people get there at 6, tell us what their evening will be like.
So we'll have our food truck set up. So when you come out, you can taste. We'll have about 3 or 4 food trucks. Then you can start bidding on some silent auction items. And we'll have the band start up. The band's going to play for a couple hours, and we'll have a bar. So you can come and grab a cocktail. Come out and dance, bid on some stuff, maybe go home with some prizes.
Okay.
So it should be a fun night.
Prizes, and you can bid on stuff. Silent auction only, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Market to Midnight, November 5th.
Give me a
6
shout.
to midnight.
Yeah. So, you can always give me a call. I say this number all the time. 912-588-0080. You can give me a call at Hospice of South Georgia. If you want to be a part of the prom next year, or Market to Midnight.
Market to Midnight, of course, is called that because it's going to be at the Wayne County Farmers Market from 6 p.m. until midnight on November 5th, which is a Saturday, I guess?
It is. It's a Saturday afternoon.
Okay.
So we're looking forward to
Saturday
that.
afternoon and evening. Sounds great. It's going to be a fundraiser for Hospice, so folks can go have a good time, get some food, dance away, bid on some silent auction items, win some stuff also, and just have a fun evening.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, thank you, guys.
I just wanted to give you, and like I said, it just went extremely well. All I heard all weekend was how well
thank you.
People just enjoyed it. So this was your vision. So just congrats to you on just a very successful event. Again, like I said, a lot of people pitched in. Saw the cheerleaders there helping out as well. Had a lot of volunteers help out. So
the fire department came out and did the Walk of Fame with the cheerleader. So that was precious. I loved that. And I want to give a quick shout out to my prom committee, Melissa Miller, Gail McGregor, Starla Sutton, Jada Martin, and Teresa Todd. Those were the backbone. They helped me plan it. They helped me decorate. They are some phenomenal women. So thank you, ladies. You're a solid team.
Okay.
All right.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
For a very successful event.
Thank you.
New ideas can still work and be successful.
Yes, sir. Well,
All
thank
right.
you, guys.
Okay.
Y'all have a great Monday.
All right. We'll be back with more of the world-famous Butch and Bob Show in a moment.
South Georgia weather.
Here's your WIFO forecast. Sunny today, northeast winds, later gusting to 20, highs upper 80s, mostly clear mid-60s for tonight. Sunny low 90s tomorrow, upper 60s tomorrow night. Wednesday sunshine mid-90s. Thursday, sunny highs mid-90s. Friday, sunshine highs in the upper 80s. Saturday, sunny upper 80s. Georgia Chief Meteorologist John Weatherby in the Georgia 811 Weather Center. Contact 811 before you dig.
Take a step forward in the right direction with a new career. Contact us here at Jessup Broadcasting about our current openings for account executives, full-time or part-time. You will be trained to offer local businesses effective radio and digital advertising and marketing solutions. You will earn salary plus commission. Call or text to set up an interview at 912-427-3711. 912-427-3711. Call weekdays from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. and ask for Mr. Hubbard. Text us anytime. You can also send resumes to cwhubbard@bellsouth.net. cwhubbard@bellsouth.net. Begin a new and rewarding career with WIFO and WLOP Radio. Jessup Broadcasting, an equal opportunity employer. We look forward to hearing from you. 105.5 FM, Big Dog Country Radio, WIFO-FM in Jessup, world famous Butch and Bob show for this Monday morning. It is the 19th day of September. And Bob, what, sitting here, I'm running the board for the Wayne County football game. For Friday night, I'm sitting here listening to you and Joe and the game, and it just ebb and flow. One moment, you're just excited and you think you're going to win. The next moment, things just disaster, and you feel like, oh, my God, we don't know if we have a chance. But then there toward the end of the game, it just seems like the Wayne County Yellow Jackets just kicked it into a higher gear and put the game away.
Well, Matthew Fuller definitely kicked it into higher gear. Like I said, defense pitched a shutout. The defense is just really the story of the season. They're just playing extremely well. A lot of talent on the defense side. Did not give Statesboro anything offensively in the second half. And Matthew Fuller had a big night. Rushed the ball 23 times for 200 yards and had 3 touchdowns. Had an 8-yard touchdown run and a 76-yard touchdown run in the third quarter. So, and then the interception, 103 yards. It's got to be a record, Dreyfus, right?
103 yards.
3 yards in the end zone, took it all the way with a nice convoy in front of them. So Wayne County blows it out, gets some statewide recognition, popped in the top 10 rankings when they came out Monday. So just a big win. The big concern, of course, is our quarterback, Jeb Craven, suffered that injury. He's getting an MRI today. Wishing him well. Hopefully it's a good result. Just don't ever know. But, again, hate to see that happen. But injuries are part of the game, and it just – talked to him at the huddle house after the ball game. He said he just heard something pop, and they iced it, and he was on crutches on the sidelines. And like I said, they'll do the MRI today. But as Joe said during the broadcast, you don't know what, you just have to wait and see what the MRI shows before you can make any prognosis.
We'll do it today on Monday. Swelling will be going down a little bit. You'll have the regular staff in there at the hospital and the doctor and so forth to be able to do that MRI today.
Good news checking on them. There wasn't much swelling in the knee, all weekend. They got in the cast.
That's where it popped, was the knee?
Yes, knee. Yeah,
okay.
He said he was making a run towards the end zone, and he just heard something pop. And
so he wasn't cutting or anything? He was just running straight?
I'm not sure. If
you can't remember? But it was a non-contact injury.
It was non-contact.
Nobody hit him. It just went on its own.
Like Coach Shaw, we were the same way. You follow the ball. Like I say, he threw a little flare out to Eric Hodges, and we're following the ball. And then we look back, and you see your quarterback laying on the ground. You didn't know if somebody took a cheap shot or what.
Right, you don't know.
Didn't know what happened. But talking to him and talking to Coach Shaw after the ball game, it was a non-contact injury. So, like I said, we just wish him well. And a very talented young man in a lot of sports. So we're hoping for the best. But
Andy Peel came in there after he got hurt and had a kind of a cold start, but then warmed up as the game went along.
Right.
He did good.
I said, directed the offense. Like I said, Coach Shaw was pleased with the performance. They got a big game in Savannah this Friday, so Jenkins High School should get that win and then get ready for that big region schedule, which starts out with Burke. So Burke's ranked 6th in the state. Wayne's ranked 10th in the state. BC got 3 teams in the region, the top 10. That's pretty strong.
But like the last 2 years, with Warner Robbins and Coffee and Ware and all that kind of stuff.
It's nice to be
do we know
part
who we're going to play? Where we're going to play yet on Friday?
No,
which stadium?
That's what I got to find out. Hopefully today, Coach Shaw will have all that detail.
I didn't know if you heard over the weekend. I knew you asked him in the post game, but he didn't know either.
We're hoping it's Memorial Stadium where we played BC last year.
That's the best stadium.
That's what the indication is, but we'll get all that today and have all that tomorrow on local sports.
Okay.
But I said, good win. I said, State Spurs always gives us a tough time, but shut them out in the second half. I said, Coach Crutchfield's doing a heck of a job with that defense. That defense is fun to watch. They fly around. They're doing a good job with their pass defense as well. It's fun to watch.
Okay, and the Bulldogs had no trouble with the Gamecocks there in Columbia.
That's hard to believe. I mean, the series is 145 years old. That's the most lopsided score in history. I was talking to somebody, after church Sunday, big Dog fan. I said, I've been watching Georgia football for a long time. I don't remember an offense this precise to just every time just take it right down the field and either score or touchdown. Or I mean, we hardly punt at all the first 3 games. I mean, it's fun to watch. I mean, Todd Monken's got that offense rolling. Stetson's got it rolling. Everybody's involved. The running backs, the tight ends, the receivers. I mean, it's just a fine oiled machine right now up and down the field. I mean, I don't remember an offense just with this great of offensive production.
Apparently, these guys have just got it all together. The offense coordinator and all the assistant coaches, and you got some experience back from last year, and so there's nothing like working together for 2 or 3 years that can really help an offense.
I told Vi Ben she figured a plane ticket to New York. He's going to be in New York. He may not win it, but he's going to be one of the 5. I promise you.
We're talking about the Heisman, folks.
Yeah, now we know why he came back. He came back to win the Heisman Trophy. Just add to the story.
And for the bill of 2 or 3.
And for the $2 million he's already got.
And the NIL.
Well, that was part of it, but he's having a heck of a season. That run where he faked out the linebacker. I mean, that's still. They got to show that over and over again. I mean, he just left that linebacker just standing there, just made him look silly.
Linebacker was moving one way, but his shoes were still standing there in that one spot where he cut.
I mean, the kid's got a lot of talent. I mean, plus he can run. So I said it's fun to watch.
Okay.
That Power's tight end. I mean, he's a beast. I mean, he can run. Nobody can stop him. So, and the defense is playing. That's the big story. I mean, the question all year long was how well can the defense be after losing all those guys to the NFL, but they looked awfully good.
We lost 14 something. I mean, we lost a ton of folks last year from last year's to the NFL on defense.
5 won in the first round. So,
yeah.
But the defense looks pretty good. The AJC's already had the headline. Could this team actually be better than last year's team? And right now, the answer is an emphatic yes.
We'll see.
Long season, like I said, we still got Tennessee, still got Florida, got Kentucky, got Mississippi State, a lot of road trips, but we won't have any trouble this weekend.
No, and Alabama bounced back after their 1-point victory last week, and of course they should in the team they played. And last week, the week before, when Georgia Southern defeated Nebraska, they went into the UAB game, but they were still in double-digit deficit to them by the bookmakers. And which surprised a lot of folks because they said, hey, we beat Nebraska, but they still lost double digits to UAB.
UAB must have a good football team.
Apparently they do, because they were projected to win by over 10 points, and they did. And so Southern will be back in action this weekend, taking on Ball State at home. And our coverage will begin at 4 o'clock this coming Saturday afternoon. And Tech, I mean, they just got demolished by Ole Miss.
Lane Kiffin came in there and just rolled it up 42-0. So that was just, I tell you, Coach Collins on the hot seat in Atlanta. He was in the hot seat before the season began. You're going to see a change in Atlanta.
Yeah,
I don't think he's going to survive.
For
Georgia Tech.
I thought you meant okay. Yeah, he may be because they're just not doing all that well, but we'll see. It was good to see the Jags win yesterday.
Yep, nice shutout win.
Yep, good, big victory. Home game, home crowd, everybody feeling good, team looking good, dominant.
Got a good coach. Let me say, Doug Peterson's a good coach. Been to the Super Bowl before, knows what he's doing.
Okay. And then, where the Atlanta played the Rams this past weekend and got defeated. They tried to come back, but they didn't quite make it back, comeback victory. The Jags will head out and take on the Rams this weekend, go out and take on the Rams this weekend. And so we'll see how the Jags do against the Rams. Falcons this past week lost by a few points. Now we'll see what the Jags did.
San Francisco 49ers glad they kept Jimmy Garoppolo because Trey Lance went out there and broke his ankle. So
broke that doggone ankle, didn't he?
He's gone for the year or so. But Jimmy Garoppolo is pretty good.
Yeah, well, he's got the experience. I mean, he's been in Super Bowls. He's been playing for a long time. No one seems to really want him, but when he goes out there, he wins. Yeah, so it's a good thing they did keep him because I don't know what happened if they had that rookie Was he a rookie or is it second year?
Second year.
Second year is what I thought. Second year quarterback getting his ankle broke like that. So just an exciting weekend of football. Any other football action over the weekend that kind of stood out in your mind?
The Miami Dolphins coming all the way back to beat
what a
Baltimore.
comeback.
I mean, that was Tua Tagovailoa had a great game for Miami. Like I said, they got Tyreek Hill, former South Georgia boy from Douglas, Georgia, used to be with Kansas City, now with Miami. He had a big game. He had to go in and get he was dehydrated or something. He didn't play well in the first half, but he came back in the second half, and I don't know what they did at halftime, but they looked like a different person in the second half. So that was a big win. And also the Cleveland Browns blowing that game to the New York Jets out. I mean, there's just a lot of big comebacks late in the games.
I know they were. I thought the Falcons might do it, but they didn't. But some other teams did it. It looked like they were dead and came back and scored a lot of points there into the third quarter and fourth quarter to win when you thought the games were basically over.
And Dallas beating Cincinnati with a backup quarterback, that was kind of shocking to me.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody thought Cincinnati bounced back after losing their first ball game, but the Cincinnati Bengals start 0-2.
I know, and a playoff team last year now 0-2.
There's only 4 teams at 2-0, so it's just parity in the NFL. You just can't tell who's going to win. It's just.
Well, who was the NFL commissioner? Started with an R that put all this parity together. They said
Rozelle.
Rozelle, that he would be just a tickle pink if everybody went 8-8.
Right.
Yeah. But no, in sports you've got to have your super teams and you got to have your superstars. That is what brings a lot of excitement to sports, or super teams and superstars. And so you don't want everybody 8-8. You want the 12-4 teams. You want the 11-5 teams and stuff like that. You don't want everybody to be mediocre.
Tom Brady comes through again. Had never beaten New Orleans, but he beat them yesterday. So.
Yeah, came back and had that big victory. And of course they had that.
Looks like he didn't. Missing all that training camp didn't really hurt him too much.
Well, no, my worry was his mental aspect with the problems, the marital problems he's having with his gazelles.
He's lost a lot of weight.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when you have marital problems, especially when you have kids. It just tears you apart emotionally, physically, mentally. It just rips you apart, and you could tell that from him after that first interview he did after that pregame at the beginning of at the end of August. But maybe he'll get his mind just totally focused on football, but it's going to be hard to do. I mean, she's living somewhere and he's living somewhere, and when you got kids involved like that, it just it's ripping him apart. You can tell.
Hasn't hurt his arm any.
No, has not hurt that arm.
Yeah, he's still pretty good.
Yeah. I guess maybe when he gets down on the football field, he can just put that away from his mind. They said that he was really upset on the sidelines, that he threw a tablet and he was upset. He does. He gets emotional. Here he is. He's been playing all these years. He's 45 years old, and he's just as passionate about playing a football game today as he was 20 years ago.
He's a competitor for sure.
Yes, no doubt about it. And he has to be to continue to play, because he doesn't have to do it for the money. He just does it because he loves it.
He'll get Gronk to come back in November.
He keeps texting Gronk every day. Now keep working out, keep working out, keep working out, keep working out.
He'll be back.
Stay in shape, stay in shape, stay in shape. Get off that couch, Gronk.
He'll be back, I promise.
So just a lot of exciting football action over the weekend, and the Braves swept the Phillies over the weekend to keep pace with. It seems like
it's going to come down to 3 games in Atlanta.
Yeah, it seems like this is going to be right down the last moment type thing.
You got tickets to that series. That's going to be a fun series in Atlanta. I think it's the last day of September the 30th, October 1st, October 2nd. It's the next to last series of the season. There's only 16 games left, so.
It's 30th, 1st, and 2nd against New York Mets, and then the last 3 games of the regular season's on the road against Miami.
And Aaron Judge hit home runs 58 and 59, so it looks like he's going to break Roger Maris's record and before the season's over in New York. So it's a great story in New York.
See what happens there. It's good to have some some excitement there.
Yeah, it's exciting.
Yep.
And Albert Pujols is close to 700. I think he's at 699, so he's one away from 700. So. Hopefully he gets that, because this is his last year. He says he's not coming back. So hopefully he gets to 700 before the season gets underway.
700 what?
Home runs.
Home runs? 700 of them? Yeah. Wow.
He passed
He's been hitting good, hadn't he?
He passed Alex Rodriguez for 4th all-time on the list. So. It's Bonds, Aaron, Babe Ruth, and now Albert Pujols. Yes, he does.
No, he doesn't.
He's the all-time home run leader. Greatest baseball player to ever play the game. Greatest hitter ever.
Amazing what modern meds will do to a body, isn't it? He was a skinny little kid and then went out there and beefed up his head, his body, everything beefed up because he was taking those miracle vitamins.
I don't see no asterisk by his name. He should be in the Hall of Fame.
You don't see him in the Hall of Fame, though.
He should be.
Yes, sir. It's amazing what
Aaron Judge was asked who the home run king is. He said Barry Bonds.
Well, okay. It's Hank Aaron.
It's Barry Bonds.
You wouldn't be saying that.
Barry U.S. Bonds.
If he had played for someone else, it'd have been different. If he'd have been playing for Cincinnati or someone like that all those years, you would have. You said, "Nah, it's still Aaron. It's still Hank Aaron."
They all made money. They all sat back and made money.
Yeah, they did,
including Bud Selig.
Yeah, everybody just kind of turned their heads and said, this is really bringing some excitement to baseball, and so we're just going, until we're pressured, we're just going to overlook all this.
I mean, it's still the same. I mean, the story's the same. Bonds was, hitting 300, 40 home runs, not getting any publicity. All the publicity went to Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa.
Yeah, and because if they were going for that.
Right, and Bonds says, "Well, golly, if that's what you got to do, then I'll take all that stuff," and he hit 73. Mm-hmm. That's the way it is. But he still should be in the Hall of Fame. He was a Hall of Fame player before all that got underway. So,
Go ahead.
Watching him play, watching him at bat was, he don't, like they said, he only got one pitch. Dan Patrick said it best the other day. They said if they didn't walk him, he would have hit 800. They said all they did was walk him the last couple of years of his career.
Well, you may be beefed up with super violence, but you still have to have that eye-hand coordination to be able to strike that ball. So you got to have talent. Yeah, you got to have talent. I don't care how beefed up you are, but that beef does help it go over the fence instead of dropping into the outfield.
He just wasn't warm and fuzzy. They just didn't like him.
He was not a warm and fuzzy guy. Well, you can't be warm and fuzzy when you're on that stuff.
Some of those guys are in the Hall of Fame. I'm not sure they weren't on it either. So. But they were warm and fuzzy, so they get in there. So
could be. I don't know. What is over the weekend you saw these lines that were like 5 miles long just to walk past the casket of Queen Elizabeth there in England. And it's just amazing to me that people would stand, even famous people from Britain and England, standing in line for 12, 13 hours just to walk by it. I mean, you can see it on TV, what it looks like. It's just draped with with everything on there. And but just to walk by to pay respects, people standing 12, 13, 14 hours and having to cut it off after it's 5 miles long. But the service going on right now should be about over with by now because they're 5 or 6 hours ahead of us over there in London. But just show the outpouring of love from the citizens over there in the United Kingdom towards their queen is absolutely amazing.
She was well loved. So.
It was amazing. They were talking about. I was reading something over the weekend. She was very active up until practically the day that she died. I mean, there she is. She basically, in a sense, swore in the new prime minister 2 days before she died. She was on the phone with the guy that handles her horses, and they were talking about a particular horse, and the horse trainer was saying that her mind was sharp as a tack, and then she had an impromptu, informal get-together there at the castle, wherever she was, 3 days before she died, and just, she was just active, joking. You would never have thought that she would have died on the day that she did. It just came on that quick. That she was very active, and when it was 2 days before she died, no one knew that she was that bad. But someone said, they knew that she was having some mobility problems. They asked her, "Are you going to swear in, the new prime minister?" She says, "Of course I am. That's my job," and that's the way that she did her job as queen. Is her duty. She did her duty. And because she stayed true to that for all those years, for those 70 years, it just shows that if you keep your word and do what you're supposed to do, people just loved her. Absolutely loved her. And but quite a spectacle going on right now over in London in England, and just a moving testimony to a queen that was dearly loved by the United Kingdom and the Commonwealth. All right, Bob, anything else?
Just want to remind people we got a big softball game tomorrow at the girls' softball field between Southeast Bullock. Should be for first place in the region, so should be a big game.
Tomorrow, 5:30.
5:30.
Okay, sounds good. All right, the world-famous Butch and Bob Show right here on WIFO is brought to you by First Southern Bank, by Van's Barbecue, by Murphy Builder Supply, and also brought to you by O'Quinn & Associates.